Hi-oh, beaver! Away!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Critscast with some Nations Cup action. It is getting close to the round of 16 here as Germany is going to be facing Hungary. Hungary is looking for that spot in the round of 16. Germany already secured theirs. But my name is Godfather. I'm joined by Dave on the mic.
But this is very much the culmination of the group stage now. This is going to be the final kind of scheduled group stage. Potentially there are some tiebreakers. And in fact, one of the teams that is currently penciled in as possibly having a tiebreaker is this Hungary team tonight. If they are able to get any points tonight, they do avoid the tiebreaker and they will be able to go straight into the round of 16. But if they do lose 6-0 to Germany, as is probably quite likely given the strength of the German roster, they will then be forced into a tiebreaker situation against Ireland. Yeah, so for Hungary, we've got Scout will be Texi, Zejim on Soldier, Pyro will be Gambit, Dagger the Demo Man, Tuha on Heavy, Atlas will be the Engineer, Torret on Medic, Redlix on Sniper, and Nixon on Spy.
Py-bun on Scout, Mezzo on Soldier. I'm assuming that's pronounced Rez on Pyro. Murphy is a Demo. Quintosh on Heavy. Zamperoni on Engineer. Domato on Medic. Bird on Sniper. And Danny on Spy. And apologies if I get any of those names wrong. Did I just hear from Wiethoofd we're going to have a fist fight to decide sides first? Let's go! I get to cast a fist fight. Danny and Tuha are going to be going at it with stock melee only. Good luck. Have fun on this. They have to figure out where they're going to go, though. But it looks like it's going to be going down on the B point here. Danny throwing out a sandwich early on. But let's see how this goes. I assume winner will want to defend first. It's like, first hit going in favor. It's pretty close here. Blue Heavy doing better, though. 40 health on Danny. And that'll be it. Tua and the rest of his team will get to choose where they are going.
They're very, very uncertain which side they want to play.
As they get that all sorted out, I think an opportunity to talk about how we can support this here channel. You can do that in a couple of different ways. In terms of socials, you can follow us on Twitter and join the Discord. It's a great place to find out about casts and join the community there. In terms of media, watching games here on Twitch, if you're here now, or watching the VOD on YouTube, come check out a Twitch stream. They're pretty cool. Get to watch it live. And then if you want to support us more directly, check out the Patreon as well as the merch, which is full of a lot of great stuff. Yeah, definitely go check out all of those. But now, let's turn our attention once more to this game. We shouldn't be too far away from going, but I'm daunted by the names of some of these players. I feel terrible already for getting some of these wrong. Talk about Steel, though. This is a map where I personally think you can see a lot of upsets.
This is, potentially an upset map. You've got the two factors. One is that it's a map where team play comes into a lot more than just kind of raw DM or kind of raw experience. And the other factor is that it can just be over in the blink of an eye.
Absolutely. We have now readied up. And if I'm not mistaken, that is the team of Hungary starting out on defense. So Germany looking to set a pretty fast time here. What are you thinking in terms of score prediction? I think Germany, just based on the roster and what I've heard, has this pretty handedly.
I would expect Germany to win it a clean 2 rounds, clean 6-0, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely the favorite. And it's not going to be any fancy defensive traps, no crit stickies, but setting up those traps on the shutter door. You'll have your sniper looking around. That is just the scout hanging around the point of A here for the Hungarian defense.
Yeah, and you've also got the soldiers also hiding around A, so this is kind of a very classic kind of, 2015, 2016 kind of style. You have your flank committing to A. The time to not get picked off, because you do need kind of just some information in terms of how many players are likely to be going white room, but immediately Texi is picked up by a big jump in from Mezzo, ably supported by the rest of his team.
And they're going to get right on that A cap, sending 3 onto the point for a ×4 rate. That demo making it ×5, and Daga also down means no defensive demo. Not what you want to see going down early on. It's fine to lose a scout, but Really tough to lose your demo like that, and that's going to be an opening now for Germany to start poking and prodding at point B.
Yeah, got a couple of players walking into this drop down. Mezzo just spamming from long range. Got the Bog coming in from Py-bun into upper. They're going to try and pressure that heavy 2 out. He does go down eventually despite taking an arrow, and they've managed to get rid of the teleport as well. And Py-bun's actually going to descend on them. Dagger goes down again to Py-bun. He doesn't quite manage to pick up Gambit, but there's going to be no demo man for the fight, and they've already busted through this main entrance.
Yeah, busting right on through, and that gun now down as well. Losing a couple early, and then there was just no coordination on the defense. Turret still has the defensive uber charge, but it is even on the other side as well here. Is that Nixon in the back line looking for a play in a moment? Oh, he's just right above drop down, so maybe gonna go for a play soon. As now in Wishbone, Germany's looking to push on to C here. Demo jump again.
Oh, big jump in. The Ubers are traded on both sides, but Turret drops to the low ground really early. There's also a level 3 setup, so Turret's in an awkward situation. He's going to get melted very easily by Rez. A lot of players down on the Hungarian side. Germany just have to keep their medic alive, but they can't. Gambit goes in for a big play, picks up Tomato, and there's not even much cap time on C. Just Rez at the moment is gonna be fought out. Dagger and Tuha able to commit quite hard, but we'll see if they want to press once more onto the C point.
Got some traps there to be worried about. What's to note though is defensive respawn times are just endless on this map. Nixon going down there for a play. Tuha down means, oh, the combo falling here for Hungary. They're just Germany able to just walk forward, and the medic and Pyro getting forced back, especially with the pressure from Mezzo. And now Pyro coming forward as well. Danny dies to the bow shot from Redlix. I saw Redlix die a couple times there. Don't know if he's been opting for the bow and arrow this entire game. It looks like he is running that fortified compound, looking for some cheeky corner peeking onto Murphy, but peeks the shutter, and down he goes, giving a bit of a laugh in chat. Look at this Walter Weiss level 3 offensive sentry gun. Strat.
Yeah, it's been working well. I think he's brought this same level 3 all the way up from the initial spawn port, and it did a lot of denial in terms of that last Hungarian Uber. He's still got it on that sequence. They're trying to walk through a death corridor right now, but Hungary are very, very aware of exactly where they're positioned. It's going to be difficult to bust here.
Yeah, that gun going down up top. The Spy able to find Atlas and the gun as well, so good job to Danny there. The Uber out from the blue team, and now pressuring in onto the point, looking to see if this sniper's able to peek through the shutter once more. He wants to find the heavy, hitting a body shot, but not getting the kill. But on the other side of things, it's an 18-second respawn timer from the red medic turret, taken down once again. And it is not looking good for the side of Hungary as pressure starts coming in on E just a little bit. And this scout, Q-bound, excuse me, finding some frags before dying himself. And it's 25 seconds for Dagger. That is brutal.
Yeah, they haven't been able to get Dagger and Turret up at the same time. But, I mean, Germany haven't really been doing too much
the heavy flank! Quintosh just walks through, kills the medic, the NG, and the gun, and he finds Gambit as well. He just feeds right on in. That heavy is a menace, and he's going to find one more. He gets Redlix, he gets Sage. Oh my god, he's on a 5 game. This man is unstoppable, sitting alone on the point D right now, and he's just geared up to find some more frags. That is a hero of a Russian man.
There's no more frags for him to find because it completely wipes the Hungarian side. A couple of spawners come in now, but while all that was happening, there was just 6 players stacked up on that cap. You know, all off the back of Quintosh. The rest of the team didn't even really do that much in terms of, you know, offensive gameplay, but Quintosh is coming in with all the frags, and very, very easy in the end. 4:20 time. How do you like that, Godfather?
I love that time. That's a great time to see. And it's a very fast time to see as well. Germany able to just work their way forward and find all the crucial plays. And it's Kritzkrieg coming out for the traps here. I do love to see that. Not something you see too much in EU, or at least something that I haven't seen too much. Well, he's running back. He didn't use. They're going to hold A. Oh, and the crits will be in White Room. This is pretty nice. So I guess Spy is going to be watching that, or maybe Cuban on Scout. Excuse me.
Yeah, this is kind of a standard thing we've seen on Steel that everyone seems to be doing. I mean, it seemed Tomato was the only guy who wasn't sure exactly what was happening. He's actually not going to have Uber by the time the gate opens, but probably Hungary won't be aware of that fact.
Yeah, and they're going to start working their way onto A early here. Nobody contesting might make them feel a little bit better. That scout taking down. I don't even know how Redlick's found that angle, but he certainly did. And down goes a scout to open up this push, but it's not something crucial. And they'll just now be looking. They brought their medic as well as basically their entire combo and level 3 gun onto this this A point, and I think the rotation's going to start coming forward in a minute here from the defending Germans.
This is where the crit stickies can be such a nuisance and navigate. Tuho's running through with the Fist of Steel. They're still there. He decided not to pop them on anyone yet. They seem to be waiting for the medic.
Dead.
Yeah.
There are a couple of opportunities just for a pick or two, but he didn't get it. And Atlas is going to run through with an escort from Zajim to put down a gun. He's lagging around a bit. He's really lagging around a bit. This engineer having a terrible time as he's trying to figure out where he wants to go. I don't know where he wants to go. He's going to go up to heaven here with an offensive level 3.
Taka briefly fell into like the lip of the pit, but obviously he's on the demo man, so he was able to sticky jump out of it. So he is alive. He's in a slightly awkward position in heaven. Going to try and get some pressure down into this banana area. There's a lot of players stacked up, and they've been able to kill the capping scout on the point as well. So not too much pressure right now. We're going to have to see those explosive classes probably rotate towards C, and that's exactly what Dagger wants to do at the moment.
Yeah, a couple of picks being found by snipers on both sides right now. Sitting up in heaven is Redlicks trying to trap down the Mezzo in that spawn. Gambit down to Gomito. Sorry for pronunciations again. But nice arrow kill there as the red team holding on to Wishbone throughout this.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a demo 1v1 with Dagger and Murphy there, but Murphy having the advantage of, just having that buff, and he had a lot more space as well that he could move back if he needed. Didn't need it, just took that clean 1v1, cleans up Dagger, so again, no aggression. Oh my god.
Whoa. There's just a lone gun and spy on B right now, and Nixon and Gambit are trying to deal with it. But Nixon's gonna go for the sap. Oh, he narrowly dead rings away. Gambit will finally take down the gun, but like, is that really why they weren't capping B?
I don't know, they obviously were committing a lot of players, but while all that happened, Cubone came in with a big flank, picks up the medic as well, so it's going to be 100% Uber advantage for the German side now off the play of their scout gamer.
I thought that I was going to see the medic drop there, but only finding one was Nixon, and a couple of frags going in the other direction as well. They've really screwed themselves over here, the Hungarians have, with their medic kind of isolated, although that teleporter is up in heaven. Texi down to the reflex, unfortunate, but this blue team has opted to just try to play E without B or any other point for that matter, and it's not going well for them, even if Dagger can try to spawn camp.
Yeah, they've been super committed to this now. Unlucky there, Zijim. But they've been so committed to this, and now the time has ticked down to the fact that they can't, go for B anymore. It's kind of very common for teams to rotate to B at this stage, but that's no longer an option. There's still a little bit of cap time, but a lot of frags also, including the medic again turret going down. And Germany just have complete control of the banana area. Complete control of any pressure that's going to be exerted on this point by Hungary, and we're down to the last 30 seconds. They need to get a lot of players on this cap to have any chance of taking the round.
Yeah, I think when you get below 20 seconds, it's kind of impossible to cap it out from full. So this will be round number 1 going to Germany in a very clean fashion, and really on Hungary to try to turn this around, because they cannot find an entrance into the round of 16 if this is all they can bring tonight.
Yeah, you'd like to see them after, the first, but particularly after Dagger had gone down that one time when he went down kind of on that C point. If they'd just been able to bring, those players back, been able to pressure from B, so, that would have been, wide open.
Yeah, we have this blue team here readying on up, want to continue and hopefully find a round or at least a better performance starting out on offense. Will be the Hungarians, and yeah, I mean, it'll probably be it's going to be pretty standard setup defensively yet again from the Germans.
extremely likely yet. So, obviously we talked about the context of this game. This is now Germany 1 round up on this steel map. If if Hungary do not take this round, they will lose the game cleanly, taking 0 points from the map, and it means they'll have to go into a tiebreaker. If Hungary are able to find a win in this round, they will go straight through into the round of 16.
So not all is lost if they cannot pull out a round or two here, but they certainly would like to avoid that tiebreaker match, and thus far not in a position to do so. 10 seconds left on the clock in setup. Comes not level 3 quite yet, which is, I'm sure, about to be remedied. Yeah, there you go. Walter making that level 3. I was a bit concerned for a moment, though.
No, he was on the ball. He's actually moving his gun. I'm not exactly sure where. It's probably going to bring it, I imagine, up top of this concrete area. Yeah, he's in fact just him, and Quintosh is playing very, very far forward as a heavy. Kind of unusual. I think he can almost risk getting sniped where he's standing right now. But he's going to, if he's trying to bait someone into him, it looks like, then he's going to back up into that level 3 that's cheekily hidden there. Zamperoni, kind of a master of these sneaky kind of
it's drop
unusual
down
spots.
It's going to be a drop down push this time from Hungary instead of going for E. Didn't see any success with it last time. Redlish drops down and immediately deleted. Now Dag in a bit of trouble. The Uber popped out, but Chesky taken down as he was not flashed. Got a flasher scout going in and now getting juggled a bit. The Pyro stuffing the Uber out from the red team. It is brutal and killed in mid-air. Torek going down, so Walters crits. And that is just not what you want to see. This heavy doing his best, but will get shot down after picking up Murphy. Good find onto the Demo Man. Still 10 more seconds on his respawn, but was not what they wanted to see. Why is there a lone Pyro in White Room? What is Gambit doing chasing down Danny? And now, alright, he finds one more, but dies to Mezzo.
Yeah, he's been able to create some space actually for his scout, so a bit of a strange play there. The flanking Pyro, not something you see too often these days, but working relatively successfully. There's actually, Atlas has a level 3 gun briefly in that drop down area, but Murphy is able to just spam it down from the high ground uncontested. Dagger's got some space up top now. He's going to have to worry about a teleporter. In fact, Walter Voice warps through the teleporter, but is cleaned up by Dagger, and they've been able to push Germany fully out of this B point, just off the fact that they had so much control of that concrete area.
Is that crits coming in now onto the Demo Man, but it's just onto a lonely sniper, and the Uber out from Germany, and Torek goes down to the flanking soldier. As Mezzo picks up the frag, and now continuing to steamroll their way in. Will pick up Daga, finding yet another combo member. I saw and also the Contra coming out, so Mezzo trying to win the post fight even harder for the side of Germany. Although the Demo Man Murphy had rotated around for some health and ammo, I believe. Daga down yet again to Danny. There's no Demo Man for this next push, which will... I'm trying to figure out where Torret wants to go. It looks like they're going to push C, try to spam down from that hill.
Seja was able to walk through, but just got instantly piped by Murphy. I like how Germany, they're very, very controlled, very, very measured. They saw that, they had a potential to maybe flood into the B point with that Contra, but they didn't overextend. They just spammed from long range, making sure that they didn't feed any players, and now they have all their players up in this connector, and it's going to be much, much more difficult to break.
Zajum, with the help of Dexy, does find 2 there, the flank down, and now the sniper as well down. Full crits in play here for Hungary. They're going to pop it in, and they get the drop! That is a beautiful crit. Daga finding 3, and that is Medic, Pyro, and Demo all down to 1 or 2 stickies. Now continue to bust on forward. They'll pick up Quintosh with the pipe. 2 goes down, as does their scout, so it's a bit of a slower cap now on C as Daga dies to Mezzo's rockets. He's looking for more, and narrowly misses there. Does get Atlas in the fray, I believe. Actually, though, it's a spy finding Atlas in the back line.
The German team were definitely caught a little flat-footed there. They had all their players stacked up in that connector area, which is obviously very, very strong. But the weakness it does have is you are all liable to getting annihilated by those crit stickies. And they obviously weren't aware of it. And Dagger gets absolutely destroyed by Birdie, but Redlix. What's going on? Cubone somehow runs and gets the medic. He's going to get the sniper
and he's
as well.
Get the sniper. Oh my lord. Murphy dies on the other side. Murphy just watched and dead on a pyro in Death Hallway. You can't walk through there alone. There's a reason it's called that. And trying to spam out this gun, which is on the offensive side in Wishbone, it does go down to pressure from Mezzo, who has to retreat now. It's a bit of a scattered defense for Germany, but Hungary not really in a good position. They're only at 5% on their crits, and it's 80% for Germany's Uber. Starting to pressure onto last, but Birdie will pick up Texi. Down goes that scout, and the rotation's going to start coming forward here from Germany, pushing into White Room, pick up that heavy, and a couple more actually. The heavy Quintosh finds Daga, as well as a few others to continue his kill streak. Mezzo down to the reflect from Gambit, and pressure onto this medic, gunned down by Danny in Wishbone. Tough spot for Hungary.
Yeah, just struggling a bit right now. They're getting separated very, very frequently. You're never really seeing a full combo together. It's always either Dagger and Turret, or that time it was Dagger and Tuho were both stuck in an awful position in that little control room.
Domino! Oh! What is this? He walks forward alone. Now it's just a Pyro. There's not going to be enough damage in on this Uber as the medic runs away. The Pyro looking to chase down kills. Can he find anything? No. Quintosh and Rez both down defensively, and that's 20-second timers. Rez a bit confused about what just happened, as am I.
Yeah, it looks a little bit like a miscommunication. And Dagger's going to come in, picks up Tomato with some meaty pipe. The spine is going to come down. He lands. It looked like he was going for the medic, but he gets the consolation prize off the demo, and then finally picks up the medic. He taunts.
Yeah, he deserves it. He's gonna get away with it too. He had the bicycle, and then he dead rings away, and he lives. Wait, Tor just died in. Was that a spawn camp? That is terrible to see. Right out of the telly goes down. Thanks to Wiethoofd for letting me know about that one as it happens. I wouldn't have expected it, and I don't think Torret did either. Pressure is going to finally start coming in onto E here as Hungary trying to continue on and push in here. As 6 minutes to get 4 points. To take the gun down underneath, gunning down Walter as well. There's just not enough of a defense organized here for Germany, but there's no real pressure in from Hungary either.
Tuho is in behind, but I think Quintosh is aware of him. Yeah, Quintosh very, very well does clean up Tuho, who's potentially in a dangerous situation. Dagger now is going to approach from the other angle, but doesn't really have enough support, has to run back out of that banana area. Spy from Danny is going to sap the gun. Cubone runs in, gets so much damage down, and finishes off Torret as well. Cubone again with a huge playmate.
Yeah, that is a big frag. Down goes Atlas here. He's trying to secure Heaven with that gun. It's just level 1 though. Good point presence. The Uber coming in, getting so much work done. Then I think Mezzo just surfed the sentry gun away as well as the defensive Uber fades with the death of Daga on the other side. A good pick off to find the demo. Put down your NG still as well as your soldier. It's still... Oh no. How did he do it? Reds finds Torret again.
Yeah, but while all that was happening, the red combo was stuck in a really awkward position. Murphy and Tomato were stuck kind of in, the B spawn from the defensive side point of view, and they just got easily cleaned up by Tuho, who was in a good position to finish him up from across the point. But at the moment, really, there's no staging post for Hungary. While Germany have lost a few players, they still have complete control of Wishbone.
Zacian's gone into the pit a couple times here, I think, and you hate to see it. Nixon went for a play there, but gets gunned down by the scout, as Germany's gone back to trying to control Wishbone, which is a play I like, and Hungary continues to play with Kritzkrieg here, will eventually build up enough of an ad, if they're able to work with it. That'll be pretty strong for them, as this heavy alone bullies out the combo of Germany, keeping Wishbone in control of the Hungarians.
Yeah, Murphy's decided to go under, but Hungary are extremely aware of where they are, and they're getting a lot of cap time while all this is happening. They're stuck in a position where they can't quite contest the point. Murphy is able to eventually kill the heavy, and he does kill the sniper as well. But he's going to have to use a desperate Uber across onto the point. A big frag there. Birdie with a snipe cleans up that E point.
No way. Did that happen again? The scout just telecamped the medic once again. I don't know if it was a tele, but the medic went down and it was to the same guy as Torret's having a tough time here. And crits is still being... Well, they're trying to get up to a crit, but they haven't been able to more than a couple times here. Now Germany still has that wishbone as well as the sightline, and gun going up in heaven as well will certainly make it more difficult to hold down, or to try to cap E. Quintosh off as a lone heavy, and down goes Domito.
That was a beautiful little play there. He's got Dagger pressuring from the cliffside area, spamming Tomato out, and was in fact Redlix able to pick up the shot off the sightline that Tomato was forced into. Redlix picks up another frag onto the C point, so they've been able to take control of C, but they're kind of stuck under briefly. It's going to be a while before they can rotate into a position to pressure onto that E point, but they do now have control of Wishbone for the first time in a while.
Quintosh was just hiding in that top room opposite heaven while a sniper was looking for him, but he doesn't go down, and Q-bound again! And into the pit goes Daga. And Daga's saying GG as well. I think he might be suffering mentally there after falling into the pit, as watching his medic die time and time again. Back to stock. Maybe Hungary will be able to build it up this time, as Torrit dies to Danny. Doesn't seem like that's an option.
Yeah, some PITSD I think there for Dagger, but they are now, Germany again back in control of Wishbone. Really, Q-Bone has been doing so much work, just constantly running in behind, you know, Hungary not being aware of their flanks. Q-Bone just able to pick up Torrit again and again and again. It's so difficult to get any control of this map, get any pressure down on the enemy team if you're just constantly losing your medic to random solo plays from the flank.
Yeah, those random solo plays are demoralizing as well. It's breaking the mental, I think. Birdie, finds yet another Tomato forced to pop there, and Wishbone jumping forward is the soldier. Mezzo doing his best. Can they get Torrit? He's another rocket, and he will find the frag. Torrit is just having a terrible time.
It looked so dodgy there for Germany for a while. Two had surfed off somebody's head as well, but was eventually cleaned up. Just the high ground kept very, very astutely by Mez, making sure he had control of that post Uber and just rains down the damage and cleans up those last frags. And Hungary...
Into the pit. Oh. Again, Atlas into the pit. He's not happy either.
This is looking slightly sad for Hungary right now.
Just a bit sad. You know, 4 points in 6 minutes. You got 6 minutes to cap last. Can they do it? We'll have to wait and see. Murphy in behind and alone onto C. Dagger goes down though. Nixon trying to chase this one, but won't be able to, as Cuban just goes in and finds yet another frag. That scout is slaughtering the enemy team.
Yeah. Oh, he's in again! How does he do
it?
Q-Bone once more! It is absolutely on repeat. He's just rewinding this game and doing the same play again and again and again.
I can't say it enough. That's just so demoralizing. Yeah, like Cuban, he's like, I don't want to say solo carrying right now, but he's finding enough frags to stop Hungary from being able to do anything. It's full Uber here for Germany. I wouldn't be surprised if we see them pop it in. Tor goes down again to Murphy. This Mets died like 15 times maybe. As got to be careful of the threat from Texi in backline, but he stepped, and this Uber will stay in place for Germany. Holding on to Wishbone. Domito in trouble, has to pop it, and they'll find one, but maybe not anything else.
Wow, does Freddy do this?
Oh god, that sucks, dude. I don't know what else to say.
That was insane. Bertie coming in with a solo sniper Uber, it seemed like. Gets a close range frag, walks across the point, cleans up the medic on the A point. But, you know, Redlix did come in with 2 crucial frags included on Tomato, and now it's almost a wipe here from Germany. They just had 2 up very briefly, so suddenly Hungary have some control. But Danny...
No! Oh no! He just styled on him too. He jumps on the heavy's head, spins around, gets the stab. Plenty of presence onto E as people keep bleeding from Germany. The sniper posting up. Birdie will find another help of Walter as well. Finally down there to Sajim. but really only Atlas and Sage are in a position where they'll be able to cap this. Mezzo in a bit of trouble with his Scout as the combo rotates around. Can the Scout find the heavy? He does! Py-bun again, and now he's 1v1ing this medic, very weak health. Torrent getting it. Oh no, the arrow comes through onto the Scout, and the med goes down again. Q-bound, that's what, 4 or 5 at least?
I don't even want to know. I don't want to inflate his ego anymore. You know, I know Q-Bone pretty well, and don't want to put any more inflation into his head, but certainly pulling in a big performance here. Certainly some cap time here from the side of Hungary, but it is the medic alone on the point. Mezzo comes in, cleans him up very easily. They're actually very close to capping here, but not quite enough plays. If Redlix can pull off a couple more frags like he did onto Walter Weiss there, suddenly they've just...
No! It's the frickin' teleporter camping again. This time it's Rez instead, and he finds the medic. Now Uber's out from Dometo onto the Scout, holding down the point even longer, and we're sub 3 to play. This cap is very close.
It is very close, but suddenly Germany have some kind of semblance
they can stabilize
of control.
here.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, Q-bound? No, you're screwed, my guy. Hate to see it. He'll be on the pit shortly, trying to figure out if there's any way to live, but I don't think the answer is yes. Mezzo down here, and what do you think? This sniper finds a kill onto the medic, or just the demo? As the demo able to live, and Dag actually finds a gun there before going down to the engineer with the crits.
Some of the players on Hungary are definitely still trying to some extent, and they're currently posted up in the wishbone, just buffing up on a Scout. I don't think they're quite aware of where some of the gamers on their team are waiting for Dagger, it seems. And they do have some frags now on the side of Hungary. You know, several players are down from Germany. Germany really not offering too much of a defense of this E point at the moment.
Look at Quintosh. He's running Holiday Punch. He's gonna post up in this this window and just try to gun people down from range. I want to see him go get some frags with the taunt combo, as we're down past half cap on E. So as the Uber goes in for the red team and they can continue to find some frags, they're in good position for the rest of this game.
Quintos actually got a kill from that window, just shooting at super long range on Zenium, who is really weak. He must have done about 2 damage, but he does get a frag for his logs.
Oh, into the pit goes Danny. Birdie, excuse me. They both died though. And I'm seeing this gun go up in hell a couple of times from Walter. Just a level 1 for now, as Torrent dies. And again, to the Scout here, but this time right on point. Like, you gotta wonder how mentally destructive that is. But Domito dying on the other side of things, maybe with 30 seconds left. They have to times 3 or more, I think, to be able to get this. And the Scout jumps off to try to kill the heavy and dies for it. So it's not looking good.
Yeah, they do eventually pick up Quintosh, who was on an 8 kill streak somehow, and Birdie picks up a nice snipe onto the Spy, who is solo capping. Now Tommy is going to have to run in, but he's going to lose that 1v3 against those buffed German players. Suddenly Germany are, fully back in position, and the clock is ticking down with just 5 seconds left. Zamperoni sat comfortably on this point, and he's going to bring out that taunt.
Yeah, that is unfortunate to see, not capping out that last point. So Germany just needs to either cap 4 faster or just cap last, is my understanding, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. So under 6 minutes, if they get D under that time, they win. Otherwise, if they just cap E for any time, they will also win.
Yeah, I mean, that's the situation. Hungary in a really tough spot now, because imagine if Germany AE'd. That'd be such BM, but like really funny at the same time, I think.
It would be funny. I'd like to see them at least, attempt it, or attempt something a bit funny. They're not actually playing for that much here. They've already pretty much secured that first seed even before the first round was played. So, this is definitely an opportunity for them to bring out some funny stuff, bring out some interesting strats, and, at least have some fun if they're not going to, hard practice it.
Yeah, at this point, I think they might be doing some silly stuff here. Sending 3 to A early on. Nixon's just spotting, though, as is Texie, excuse me. And, yeah, that first point will go through, and Germany will begin to push in onto B, likely. Maybe they'll AE. I would love it if they did.
I actually see Dagger has rotated all the way onto this D point, and he's just set up all 8 sticky, just going to wait for this, watching it from the top of D spawn. But while all that is happening, Germany have decided just to walk back to B, so Dagger is completely out of position.
Hate to see it. Mezzo in drop down right now. He's going to jump up and run into a spy shortly, perhaps. Nixon could just decloak here. No, now Dagger's going to 1v1 the soldier. He's coming forward with some cavalry behind him. I don't even know why the flank got over there. Down goes Torrent, though. The defensive man gets sniped by Birdie.
While that was happening, Dagger did win his 1v1 in drop down, but as soon as he jumps down, he gets picked up by the spy. Germany are able to flood in now pretty successfully. There is a gun that's gonna get sapped, and Zamperoni is down as well, but so many frags in Germany's favour, they're gonna cap up this B point pretty quickly. It's gonna take a little bit of a while, but Tomato has been able to walk through into B unscathed, and Murphy seems he wants to press the issue with this huge Uber advantage.
Yeah, big Uber advantage, as I don't think Germany's used quite yet. Opportunity to pressure onto C now available. They're going to be walking up these stairs in just a second. Gotta be careful if you are Murphy to not go down there. Uber pops out, trying to press their way forward. They will find a couple, including the heavy. Down goes Jua, and rotating out through the other side will be Hungary's combo. They're playing this kind of risky if they want to push Death Hallway. And that's why you don't push Death Hallway, Mezzo.
This has actually taken quite a while for Germany. Obviously, they have, a long time to cap. I mean, they've got 3.5 minutes to cap D, let alone the E point. We're talking 10 minutes plus. But, it's taken a while because they had to wait for that B cap to come up. But now they're going to rotate back to E.
They're just going to send Murphy and the scout there. Birdie down to Red Licks means no offensive scout. Sniper, excuse me. But the heavy and soldier, especially with Conch and Black Box, have a good shot here, but Zajum just gets run over. This heavy comes forward, tries to find some frags, will be able to find the scout. This Pyro now wants blood. Won't be able to get too much of it. Atlas down, though, instead. Down goes Gambit as well, no defensive engineer now.
Yeah, a lot of players down for Hungary. It's going to be pretty dodgy. They want to presumably pool their resources to hold on to this E point, but it's going to be quite difficult to hold on to D.
Well,
D cap is going down.
Yeah, you can't give up D here, because that's all they need to cap, really. So
that's true. So,
there's not much of a defense either. Just a sniper and a soldier. As this D cap's about to go through, that'll be the end of the game here.
Yeah, Gambit is going to run into a desperately attempt to block, but it's Pyro 1v1, and there's going to be Soldier MGE, and Germany do end up capping that D point, taking the second round and winning a clean 6-0. They will go on into the playoff rounds, and on the side of Hungary, we'll have to see. It's going to have to be a tiebreaker for them up against Ireland.
But now we have an opportunity to look at some logs. But 29 deaths for the medic.
9 medic frags for Cubone across those 2 rounds.
There's not too much else to look at here in these logs, so you can begin to wrap things up unless you have something else.
I think we can take a look at this round of 16. Obviously, there are a couple of tiebreakers, and if we're going to look at the 2 teams from tonight especially, Germany are going to be facing Ukraine in the next round. And right down in the bottom, should Hungary come through that tiebreaker against Ireland, they will have the ominous task of facing Russia.
Well, as always, best ways to support us are by following our Twitter, joining our Discord. A lot of great people in that Discord. and sub to the YouTube channel. That's free. But if you want to directly support some casters as well as the production, sub here on Twitch. A little bit more direct financial support. There is a Patreon as well as plenty of very, very good looking merch. So definitely check those out if you are able. This has been the Nations Cup number 7, round 3, as Germany takes a clean 2-0 over Hungary on steel. My name's Godfather. I was joined by Dave on the mic. Wiethoofd was on production. Have a great night.
Hi, old beaver! Away!